Way ahead, way ahead, way out, oh, way out, way out, way out, way out, way out, way. Angel Eagle, come on down from the heavens just to help us on our way. They come to teach us, then they leave us to find some other souls to save. Angel Eagle, come on down, hear our drums, because I need you now. Way ahead, way ahead, way out, 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 way ahead, way ahead, way out, way out, yeah, way out. I'm probably making a mockery of your culture. I'm so sorry, Indigenous people. But those exercises are helping me to break free from the Matrix. We're doing a preliminary. 3, 2, 1. Hey! How you feeling, man? I think you'd all feel a lot better if you were here with me. Out here. Outside. Not in Andrew Tate's real world. Burn all that away. And look around. How do you feel? Do you feel trapped? Do you feel stuck? Do you feel mindless in a sea of distractions, overstimulated, traumatized, paranoid, and worried about the future? Have you ever thought about giving up and letting go? Is there a part of you that keeps going when it does and won't give up and holds on because you know there's something more if you just keep working? I want to give that to you. I want to give you everything. I want to give you glory. I want to make you the best version of yourself. Maybe it's Jesus coming through me, but I want to say it. It's in my heart. And I'm Casey Francis O'Brien, so. I am the king in the north. I've been out here for 10 years. Since I was 14 years old, I've endured the wild east where the police rape the kids and there's no one around to do anything about it. The cops, creeps, cunts, crows, crackheads, and corruption of the world has really beat me down. And I have the tools and the keys necessary for survival in the real world. Not Andrew Tate's real world. The real world, where you can get violently attacked at any minute by anyone, anywhere. And there's no cameras and there's no cops to save you. You can't call anyone to come protect you. You're on your own. And I've been out here for 10 years since I was 14 years old. So I'm building an army of people that want more from the world and believe that there's a stronger sense of community than the world is making it seem. Because the majority of the world seem to be trapped, right? When you go out in the woods and you let everything go and you listen to the birds and you breathe in what the trees are creating for us. And you look around and you take in the sun's song that it's playing. And you listen to the butterflies flap and the motion that they do and how that hits your mind and the birds chirp in a symphony created just for you and just for us. And then you go back into public and you see the kid you grew up with checking his phone and walking down like this and trying to bum people out of the way. And you see the people rampaging through the grocery store and the people going, and the people walking to their cars and the cops creating all this drama to make themselves feel powerful. Just to go pass by a college girl and hope that the vibe rubs off on them, right? At 4:44, we're sick of it and we want to change. But the government's a bunch of pedophiles, right? And they do satanic rituals to steal the innocence of children. And they want you to know that. They want it embedded in your brain. But at the same time, we're manifestation machines, right? And we're constantly producing and generating this reality. That's where spirituality, which is a multi-billion-dollar industry, is taking us down. But if that's not the case, it's all God, right? And then hierarchies of angels that helped in our creation. And that's across every different indigenous tribe, has a creation story. We were created, right? But for the most part, most people are having trouble living in that fucked up cesspool of garbage, of rape and aggression and murder and social hierarchies for sexual dominance and sexual preference. And then the people that want to get rid of that are still in it. They're just rebellious against it. I'm talking about what I've found from living outside for 10 years in the Wild East. We could get into spiritual stuff later, but for the most part, there's an underlying sense of community that's surviving and enduring what's happening to us, that wants to break free. When you let go of all of it and you turn towards the lake and you go to the lake with your friends. That's what I'm talking about. And that's a rare breed of people that are dying, slowly being seeped away, bled dry from the collective. From all the people of America and all the people of the world, those realness are being attacked and bled dry by the brainwashing from the cell phones, and slowly being built into our children that will come and replace us. So if you want to fight for what's right, and you want to hold on to what is a world where people naturally care about each other and respect each other and help each other, that doesn't worry about all the bullshit and doesn't project themselves onto each other, that can just sit and have fun. You know what happens when you go through years and years of suffering and you're just grateful to be alive and you're happy to be here? That we won't be able to achieve without some type of intravenous fluid or drug from a machine if we don't hold on to this and give ourselves the ability to provide it for our children. If we succumb to artificial intelligence in a utopian world, we won't be able to have this core that you got from suffering, that our children won't be able to experience. If we don't go back to nature and assert to the world that we want it this way, we want you to dismantle what you have going and rebuild it, where you don't have demonic cities structured like cellular chips to use us to transmit information and energy to each other. Back when we were connected to nature and love was abundant, and the trees would sing with the love that we made. No diddy. If that's appealing and appetizing to you, man, I'm building an apparel company of survival clothes because I'm used to the cold, and I know what I need. I know what we need, and I happen to be a vessel for many great ideas and grandiose adventures, stories. And I have a lot of cool things I want to make happen. So if you're looking for something more, this is the channel for you. I'm gonna drink more of this. If you want something greater and you want to contribute to something greater, my Cash App's in my bio, my GoFundMe, to make this a better and easier transition into being in a position to save my state that's being bled dry and raped by rich people and brainwashed and corrupted. There was something beautiful here, but these mountains are slowly being taken over by the outside world. And I'm watching this town, this state, which has a lot of beauty in it, slowly being overrun by cops, creeps, cunts, crows, crackheads, and the corruption of the outside world. So I'm not intending to thrive off the generosity of others, but if you would like to do it, that could get this going. If not, and you just want to be a part of it, subscribe, like, and then tell your story, man. And when I go live eventually, I come with a lot of solutions for people that deserve it. If you want to join a kingdom, if you want to join the cavalry, Let me know in the comments. And I'll most likely have a community running in the future at 10:10. I'll most likely have a community running of good, kind-hearted people that are afraid of what's going to happen in the future, and they don't like the direction that the government seems to be pushing on us, and they don't like the direction they're seeing on social media, and they're feeling like their world has been out of touch, and they're just stuck between making a choice between places that it could go. I'm saying that it's nice out here, and it's natural out here, and being by the lake is the best thing that can happen to us as humans. Sitting by the lake, by the fire, and everything else is like an activity, and it shouldn't be so much. You shouldn't be stuck in it, surrounded by it, farmed by it, harvested and degraded to nothing, brainwashed, and then perpetuating a vicious, victimized by a vicious parasitic culture enslaving you, when the world is supposed to be fueling you up and making you grow into your best version. You feel me? I'm not going to send you to war right now. I'm not going to be like, we're going to war against the AI. But what I'm saying is that stopping is the biggest act of rebellion you can do. When you let go of your story that you think you're inside, and you wake up and surrender to the realization of who you've always been and who you really are. And then you put all your focus into that, and you start to make positive decisions towards who you really are with authenticity. And then you'll start to see how the crows don't like it, and how people in public seem to react to that, who aren't ready to be living in truth and authenticity. And then you'll realize how important me risking my life by making this video is. And then if shit ever hits the fan, and we're out here by ourselves, wouldn't you rather have people like us rather than the people in the grocery store on their cell phones trying to bump everyone out of the way for energetic, emotional Bitcoin mining and power games? Wouldn't you rather people that know how to just sit by the fire, and they love to just build houses out in the woods, and we're going to get horses and ride bikes through the mountainside, and we're going to sleep in tents and be warm, and work on intentional communities and start over the right way with a connection to nature as the forefront and primary resource for us, instead of building all this automated hyper-intelligence as the new God, the Antichrist? If Christ consciousness is the natural human system of us, our collective consciousness up to the infinite, that's allowing us to appreciate and explore life and grow and individuate before we return back with more of us and with glory, the Antichrist would be the artificial, the degenerate. It's not a person, it's a system. And what I'm saying is, except for crows seem to suck. Literally, they seem to murder. They get in groups and they murder my spirit. For the most part, where the world neglected me, nature nurtured me. What I didn't receive in the world, where my parents had given up and humanity failed me, nature raised me, and they turned me into someone I'm very proud of through a lot of hard work. So if anyone resonates with that, and that resonates with anyone, and you'd like to do something more for yourself, I'm encouraging you to get involved in your own inner world, then into nature, then into your community, and then if you realize what I'm saying and you want more of this, support the channel, support the revolution, because I'm out here traveling across the country on my own, changing communities one step at a time, going up against police precincts, going up against crackheads, going up against cops, creeps, cunts, crows, crackheads, and the corruption of white America. And I'm restructuring it from the inside, and I've been doing that since I was born. When the umbilical cord was wrapped around my neck on December 11th, making me the most powerful name, birthday, and life path in Freemasonry, the people who built this system that we're stuck in, acknowledges me as the most powerful soul possible. And I'm out here restructuring the problems of society by living as meek and humble and suffering every day, fighting for a better tomorrow and helping out on the spiritual front lines. So thank you for watching. This has been Casey Francis O'Brien. I don't have that much.